What if I told you there are doctors in Japan, men and women well into their 90s, who still wake up every morning to treat patients, perform surgeries, and walk to work with the energy of someone half their age? These remarkable people aren't blessed with rare genetics or miracle supplements. Their secret lies in something much simpler, yet far more powerful: the way they eat, drink, and live each day. Take Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. For example, he lived to 105 and continued working until his final days. Or Dr. Hikichi Miyazaki, who became the world's oldest competitive sprinter at the same age, 105. What do these extraordinary individuals have in common? It isn't money, fame, or luck. It's a set of daily habits rooted in centuries-old Japanese wisdom, habits that science now confirms can extend life, protect the heart and brain, and keep the body young and strong. When researchers from Tokyo Medical University studied hundreds of Japanese centenarians, they found something shocking. These people weren't following fancy diets or eating exotic superfoods. Instead, they practiced small, consistent rituals, simple things that most of us overlook every single day. Yet these habits quietly shaped their longevity and gave them a calm, balanced vitality that modern medicine can't replicate. So today, we're uncovering the 7 everyday secrets that Japan's oldest doctors swear by. You'll see how they eat, when they eat, and even the temperature of what they eat, all backed by decades of research and living proof. By the end of this video, you'll understand why growing old doesn't have to mean slowing down. In fact, it might just be the beginning of your most energetic, joyful chapter yet. Now, let's begin with secret number 7, the one most people never think about. Secret number 7, the temperature secret. Now that we've opened the door to Japan's remarkable longevity secrets, let's begin with one that might surprise you: the temperature secret. For decades, Japanese doctors have observed something fascinating: that Western medicine is only beginning to understand the temperature of your food and drinks matters far more than most people realize. Imagine your stomach as a small cooking pot on the stove. When you constantly pour in cold foods or icy drinks, the fire has to work harder to bring everything back up to body temperature. That extra effort drains energy that your body could be using to repair cells, fight inflammation, and keep your immune system strong. Dr. Makoto Suzuki, who spent over 40 years studying the long-lived people of Okinawa, discovered that those who regularly consumed warm foods and drinks throughout the day had fewer digestive problems, lower inflammation, and more consistent energy levels. In fact, a long-term study from Kyoto University showed that people who drank warm water first thing in the morning and during meals had fewer cases of constipation and nearly 1/3 fewer digestive issues. Traditional Japanese medicine has known this for centuries. It's part of a philosophy called Hara Hachi Bu, not just about how much you eat, but how you eat. Warm or room temperature foods help maintain what they call your digestive fire, allowing your stomach to process nutrients efficiently. Here's how you can start today. Begin your morning with a cup of comfortably warm water or tea, not boiling, just pleasantly warm. During meals, try sipping miso soup or warm tea instead of ice water. And if you enjoy cold treats, simply wait 30 minutes after eating to let your stomach do its job. It's a small change, but one that can make a remarkable difference in how you feel each day: lighter, more comfortable, and more energized. Now that we've warmed things up, let's move on to the next powerful longevity secret, one that has nothing to do with what you eat, but when. Secret number 6, the eating window. Now that you understand how food temperature can warm and energize your body, let's move to another secret that's just as powerful. But this time, it's about timing. Japanese longevity doctors call it the eating window, and it might be one of the simplest ways to live longer and feel better. In Japan, many centenarian doctors follow a daily rhythm that allows their bodies to rest, repair, and reset. They don't snack all day or eat late at night. Instead, they enjoy all their meals within a comfortable 10-12 hour window. For example, breakfast at 7 a.m., lunch at noon, and dinner around 7 p.m. Then, they let their digestive system rest until the next morning. At first, that may sound too simple to make a difference, but science says otherwise. Dr. Yoshinori Nagumo, a well-known Japanese surgeon and longevity researcher, discovered that giving your body time between meals activates a process called autophagy, literally meaning self-cleaning. During this time, your cells clear out old, damaged parts and rebuild themselves stronger and healthier. A long-term study from the University of Tokyo found that adults who kept a 12-hour eating window had lower inflammation, better memory, and up to 40% fewer metabolic problems compared to those who ate over longer periods. In other words, your body doesn't just digest during rest, it heals. This isn't about skipping meals or starving yourself. It's about rhythm and balance. When you eat within a set window, your hormones stabilize, digestion improves, and your body gets the chance to restore itself overnight. You can begin gently. Try finishing dinner a little earlier and let your body rest for 12 hours before breakfast. Within days, you may notice lighter mornings, better sleep, and clearer focus. Consistency is the real secret here. Once this rhythm becomes natural, your body thanks you with more energy, less bloating, and a calmer mind. And speaking of balance, our next secret reveals how color, yes, the colors on your plate, can act as nature's medicine. Let's explore that next. Secret number 5. The 5-color medicine method. After discovering how meal timing helps your body restore itself, let's move to something both beautiful and deeply healing. The 5-color medicine method. If you've ever seen a traditional Japanese meal, you may notice it looks like a piece of art, bowls and plates filled with red, yellow, green, white, and purple foods. But this isn't just for beauty. It's a centuries-old practice with a purpose to nourish the body through nature's colors. Dr. Setsu Yamada, who studied Japanese villages where people lived the longest and had the lowest cancer rates, discovered that residents naturally ate foods of 5 different colors every day. They didn't count calories or chase trends, they simply filled their plates with variety. Each color represents a family of nutrients your body needs. Red foods like tomatoes, red peppers, and strawberries protect the heart and reduce inflammation. Orange and yellow foods such as carrots, pumpkins, and oranges are rich in beta-carotene, supporting your eyes and immune system. Green foods like spinach, broccoli, and seaweed help detoxify the body and repair DNA. White foods, garlic, onions, and mushrooms strengthen your immune system and lower cancer risk. Purple and blue foods such as eggplant and blueberries protect the brain and slow cellular aging. What makes this method special is how these colors work together. Vitamin C in red foods helps your body absorb iron from green vegetables. Healthy fats in avocado help you absorb the bright pigments in orange foods. It's like an orchestra, every color playing its own part in harmony. You don't need to complicate it. Simply add color to your daily meals: a handful of greens at lunch, some carrots or purple cabbage at dinner, a few berries for dessert. Fresh is best, but frozen works too. The secret is consistency, not perfection. In Japan, they say, a colorful plate is a healthy plate. When your meals look alive, you feel alive too. And speaking of balance and vitality, our next secret might be the most powerful of all. It's about eating less, but living more. Let's explore the 80% rule, a quiet practice that adds years to life and life to your years. Secret 4. The 80% rule. Hara Hachi Bu. Eat until you're 80% full. Now that we've learned how color can act as medicine, let's turn to a practice that's simple, elegant, and perhaps the most famous secret of all: Hara Hachi Bu, or eat until you're 80% full. In Okinawa, home to some of the longest living people on Earth, this isn't just advice, it's a way of life. Before every meal, many Okinawans quietly say these 3 words, reminding themselves to eat mindfully, to stop before feeling heavy, and to leave just a little space in the stomach. Modern science now confirms what these elders have known for centuries. Eating less just enough doesn't mean depriving yourself. It gives your body a chance to thrive. Dr. Bradley Wilcox, who led the Okinawa centenarian study, found that people who practiced Hara Hachi Bu naturally consumed about 20% fewer calories, yet lived longer and healthier lives. Their hearts looked younger, their blood pressure was lower, and their inflammation levels were almost non-existent. Why does this work so well when you eat slowly and stop before you're completely full? Your body avoids the stress of constant digestion. Instead, it can focus on renewing cells, balancing hormones, and supporting a calm, steady metabolism. Here's an easy way to try it. Eat slowly, chew each bite 20 or 30 times, and set your fork or chopsticks down between bites. When you feel satisfied but could still eat a little more, stop. Wait 15 to 20 minutes, and you'll often find that you're perfectly full. You can also use smaller plates or bowls, a simple trick that helps your brain register enough. In Japan, plates are often smaller than Western ones, and that gentle difference encourages balance without effort. Over time, this quiet habit becomes second nature. You feel lighter after meals, your energy stays steady, and your mind becomes clearer. So remember, fullness isn't the goal. Vitality is. And speaking of vitality, our next secret reveals something hidden inside the foods themselves. Tiny living cultures that protect your gut, strengthen your immune system, and may even lift your mood. Let's discover the fermentation factor. Secret number 3. The fermentation factor. After practicing Hara Hachi Bu and learning to stop at 80% full, the next secret brings us deep inside the body to a place modern science now calls the second brain. This is the fermentation factor, the art of nourishing the gut with living foods. In Japan, every traditional meal includes something fermented: a spoon of miso, a few pieces of pickled vegetables, or a small serving of natto fermented soybeans. These aren't just condiments. They're living foods filled with beneficial bacteria that keep the digestive system and the entire body in balance. Dr. Satoshi Sasaki from Tokyo University discovered that Japanese centenarians have some of the healthiest gut microbiomes in the world. Their intestines are home to more diverse and resilient bacteria, especially those that reduce inflammation and produce short-chain fatty acids, natural compounds that protect the heart, the brain, and even the skin. When you eat fermented foods, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding trillions of friendly microbes that live inside you. They help absorb nutrients, create vitamins like B and K2, regulate mood, and support immune function. Some even produce calming brain chemicals, such as GABA, which helps reduce anxiety and improve sleep. A long-term Japanese study found that people who ate fermented foods daily had significantly lower risks of stroke, heart disease, and osteoporosis. They also reported fewer digestive problems and better emotional well-being. You don't need to overhaul your diet. Small steps work wonders. Try adding a cup of miso soup to breakfast, a few bites of sauerkraut or kimchi at lunch, or some yogurt with dinner. If you prefer, choose naturally fermented options, those labeled unpasteurized, since heat can destroy live cultures. Think of your gut as a garden. When you feed it with living foods, it blooms with vitality. You'll feel lighter, your digestion will calm, and your mood will naturally lift. And just when you think you've mastered what to eat, the next secret will surprise you even more. It's not about the food itself, but the order in which you eat it. Let's explore the sequence solution. Secret number 2. The sequence solution. After understanding how fermented foods heal the body from within, let's look at something so simple that it often goes unnoticed, yet it can dramatically change the way your body handles food. It's called the sequence solution, and it's not about what you eat, but the order in which you eat it. Japanese longevity doctors have quietly practiced this method for decades, and research now shows it can lower blood sugar spikes by nearly half. The rule is beautifully simple. Eat your vegetables first, protein second, and carbohydrates last. Why does the order matter? Imagine your digestive system as a train station. When vegetables go in first, their fiber forms a soft, protective layer in your intestines. This slows down how quickly sugars and fats are absorbed from the foods that follow. Your blood sugar rises gently instead of sharply. Your insulin levels stay steady, and your energy lasts longer. Dr. Toshimasa Takanaga from Osaka Prefecture University led a study showing that people who followed this eating order improved their blood sugar control as much as those taking diabetes medications, but without side effects. When you eat protein second, it releases hormones that slow stomach emptying and help you feel satisfied sooner. By the time you reach the rice or bread, your body is already prepared to process them smoothly. You can start this right away. At your next meal, enjoy your salad or steamed vegetables completely before touching your main dish. Then move to your fish, eggs, or beans. Finally, finish with your rice, potatoes, or bread. It might feel unusual at first, but your body will thank you. People who eat in this sequence often notice fewer sugar crashes, better focus, and even gentler moods. Over time, this small habit helps protect the heart, the brain, and the skin from aging caused by excess sugar. So remember, timing isn't just about when you eat, it's also about how you begin. And now, we arrive at the most essential ritual of all, the one Japanese doctors say can add decades to your life. Let's uncover the morning water ritual. Secret number 1. The morning water ritual. Now we've reached the final and perhaps most life-changing of all the Japanese longevity secrets. The morning water ritual. It's simple, natural, and so effective that Japanese doctors credit it with adding decades of vitality to their lives. Every morning, long before breakfast or coffee, these doctors begin their day the same way, by drinking a specific amount of warm water. Not cold, not boiling, but gently warm, about the temperature of your own body. Dr. Hiroshi Yamashita from Nagoya University discovered that drinking around 640 milliliters, about 2.5 cups of warm water first thing in the morning, triggers a full body reset. During sleep, your body repairs itself, but it also gathers waste and toxins that need to be flushed out. That first drink of warm water acts like an internal cleanse, awakening the digestive system, stimulating the intestines, and gently washing away what your body no longer needs. It also increases metabolism by nearly 25% for the next hour and a half, improves circulation to the brain, and helps stabilize blood pressure. In long-term studies, people who practiced this morning ritual had significantly lower rates of kidney stones, heart disease, and chronic constipation. Many even reported clearer skin, better focus, and deeper sleep within just a few weeks. The steps are easy. Keep a thermos or glass of warm water by your bedside and drink it within 5 minutes of waking up, before eating or drinking anything else. Then wait about 45 minutes before breakfast to let your body do its cleansing work. If you're new to it, start with 1.5 cups and increase gradually. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but soon your body will come to crave it, that gentle warmth, that sense of renewal. Japanese centenarian doctors see this ritual not as a health hack, but as a quiet act of respect for the body, a way of saying good morning to your cells. And when you combine this with the other 6 secrets, from mindful eating to colorful nutrition, you begin to live the way these doctors do: light, balanced, and full of life at every age.